Why not? Here we go. Okay. Things should be working. I think. I believe we can get things working. I'm live. Oh, we have timestamp now on this one? That's great. Can I see who's in there? Test. Don't I have chat? This doesn't work. I will try to find test. Okay, so that works. A bit weird. How is the streaming? Doesn't appear to be well. That I still need to figure out how the Twitch desktop app works. Right now I'm talking while being in it, and message doesn't show here. They now? Huh. Really have to figure out the desktop app for Twitch, because I really like it. I do like it, but somehow right now... Oh, I see. So how right now, if I pause that and I do a test, now this works, but then I don't have timestamps. That dark mode, okay. Oh, maybe we'll get there. Test 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's way better than the yeah, I like that. That is way better than and then we can do even clip or yeah. Go to server. Let's go to server. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. Okay, that works. And then when someone chats, it should be showing on the screen. All right, we're getting there. We are getting there. So things are lined up. Do we have anything else that is currently eating away systems resources? I don't think so. It's been a while since I streamed. I guess we're going to do some arena, just a couple fights maybe, and then we're going to switch gears into updating the Adventurer's Guide. That's mainly what we're going to be doing tonight. So it's going to be a very chill stream. Nothing fancy. Testing the new, brand new border on the webcam. I like it. I think it works well with the game. I'll likely try to use it when I record videos for YouTube as well in the future. So yeah, let me know what you think about that sweet new webcam. So this deck is a control deck, and to this day I have more than 95% win ratio with it. Of course I say that and I'm going to get destroyed on the first game, but I'm kidding, I'm not going to be destroyed. Not at all. So next we've got double Runebind. We can oh wow, okay. We can get Gruesome Deed, our parrot, so that we don't have it anymore. But I guess that's fine as long as we've got Rune Bind. Sure. No problem. Maybe since I'm playing this deck, I don't think we'll want... Come on. That's okay. Wow. It was a greasy... Oh no, that wasn't that greedy of it. And it's just... that... Yeah. Hey, here we are. Here we are. Now we've got a Trickster on the ready. We've got a Rune Bind. Next resource that we get, we're going to be able to play an Angel of Foresight, and you know what? This is going to keep getting back and it's going to be annoying. Go. Now we've got access to Runes of Ripplewood. First, Angel of Foresight, and this one creates an angel, which is great. Do we want... I don't remember. It's been a couple of weeks since I played it. I don't remember if we can interrupt these. But you know what? We're going to try it. All the while getting an angel. So do we get an... we get an angel with this one, but... yeah, let's just not go overboard just yet. Alright. Oh, we can interrupt these guys. Okay. So 2-2. Don't mind too much. That's great though. Wait, we can interrupt tunneling? No, we can't. It's just because it's quick. Yeah, I don't think we can interrupt these. Just realize we could activate that just because we had priority, not because we were able to interrupt whatever was happening. So I'm just going to put that on the board, and we're going to start. Would like to draw cards right now, but we can't really. But we'll be able to double up on the Mastery of Time pretty soon. Meantime, we're going to attack for this. Draw a bunch of cards. Wow. Okay. Going to go for the double Rune Bind. And should be it. Alright. This and this. Sure, gets another one. We don't even need a shard as long as the parrot lives. So we're going to Rune Bind that. And Rune Bind you. And the Rune Binds right now, they have Fate Weave. Imagine, like, Rune Bind with Fate Weave would be extreme. Like, this is already established in PvP. Imagine if it had Fate Weave, there would be an insane card. A fairly insane card. So here we play the resource. We can parrot. And now we get 2 turns in the bank, plus these that we have in our hand. Means that we're set for this game. Opponent is not going to have another turn. We can even Arc and Focus for the fun of it. And get some angels. We could get... we've already got enough for the kill. The one thing that you do with this deck is that you overkill a lot. Actually, it's very easy to overkill. At some point you just get all the turns and you get a million angels, and this is how you win the game. Ah, crap. Don't know why my nose itches crazy right now, but it's okay, it's life. It is life. We have to deal with it. Alright, continue. Continue. Okay, we're going to do maybe the first tier, maybe not. If you want to see a full run, let me know. I can certainly do that tonight, but I intended to work on the adventures guide, just updating new list, you know, going to the forums, starting to document the list that were submitted in the guide and everything, just to get more. It's been a while since we had an update to the adventures guide, so I want to make sure that we're getting a ton of lists in there. Because there's a million things that we never have tested in PvE. Like PvE is so deep that it's hard to think that we've explored everything since the last set, and we're about what 1.5 months away from a new set if they hold their schedule of 4 months for each release. So that's going to be we've got, yeah. Man, these rune mines, they're just insanely good. Going to go for Sapphire, play this, draw 2, discard 1. Oh yeah. Next turn we've got a Parrot, and we can permafrost the Trickster. That should be where we go tonight. And again, after that, we're going to discuss some PvE. Oh, we can just play the Sapphire Shard. And now we can play this. And we've been got... Okay, wow, that's great. Yeah, we can just Trickster anything he plays next turn. We're going to take the hit, but after that we're going to be in a fantastic position. Do we Trickster block? No, we'll take 5. Yeah. Here you go. Interrupt any card. Because Trickster wasn't powerful enough. It now has a... Do this. Now we need to be careful not to play an action this turn. Because we want to play a Mastery of Time next turn that will be doubled by this. So 12, 10, yeah, we may chump block with Trickster at that point. We're going to get 2 turns, just, yeah, 3 is fine. It's fine, we should be good. We should be good. Oh no, no. That's bad. Yeah, okay. We can do this. We can do this. Oh, we even got a Trickster. Things will be okay. I'm dirtling around a bit, but things should be pretty okay. So we sure. Do we Trickster now? Oh, we definitely Mastery of Time and then attack for 5. What do we draw? We don't have another Mastery of Time, so I want to keep the Trickster. Do we have... At the end of your turn, this deals 2 damage to you. We may die to these cards. We'll see. Yeah, we need to play the card that deals damage to us. Oh, we've got... Okay. Ripplewood is fine, so you need to be played. And this Arcane Focus needs to be played. Oh, this Jacket needs to be played. Okay. We'll start with the Focus. Trickster. Now we do have to play you. We can see what we draw. We died. So we died to... I died to my own greed. Sadly. That's okay. It happens. It's been a long time since I'm playing the deck. If I would have played this right, we would likely have won easily. But yeah. Alright, getting back in the PvE game. I've done some testing lately. It was mainly with the Xocoy deck, recording videos, and sadly I was about to publish some videos, but then the training gem got changed today, which is good. I mean, I'm 100% behind the change that they made. I really like it. Did it they did it in a way that I feel doesn't hurt Xocoy the card. It also makes it so that we've got a new training gem to play with, and we keep the spirit of the warrior, which I really like. Like there's like the aggressive decks, like the Xocoy's deck, they're a bit, just a tad less aggressive, but they're still winning on turn 2 and on turn 3 nonetheless. Like it's not like the end of the world. They're still pretty good at farming gold, so we're very in a good spot. Like this is very good. The one thing, the big reason why the change is that it was guaranteed, like a guaranteed win on turn 2. When you add guaranteed to something, I mean, it's too much. And it was the minimum number of clicks possible for a win as well. Like, it wasn't just that. Yeah, but that was crazy. Everyone knew that it was crazy, so nothing new under the sun. We got a rune bind. Hey, Angel Foresight, exactly what we wanted. We get our third Sapphire Threshold. We can play Trickster if we want, but we don't. We can still counter anything that our opponent plays this turn as well. And yeah, that qualifies as anything. So we're just going to attack with unblockable in-flight troops for the most part until the rest of the game. This is how the deck works. It's a aggressive control deck. Oh, I like Scheme. Even more when it creates an Angel Foresight. And now we can we've got Runebind as a backup plan if something happens that we don't like. And next turn we attack. Does this one? No, it doesn't create. Let's see. Nope. Next turn we're going to attack with the Angel Foresight. We now have 8 Mastery of Time in our deck. We're going to draw 2 actions. There's a very high chance that our opponent doesn't get another turn there. We're nearly attacking for lethal and we're drawing 2 actions. And we did not draw what we needed. What we can do, however, is to... let's see... We could do that for 0. Actually, we don't. We want to do it for 2. The reason why we want to do it for 2 is that it's going to return all cards that cost 2 or less, right? So we keep our Angel, it keeps the Emancipator, but we return both Shroomkins to us, and more importantly, we do return the Mysterious Rune because it is a constant. So we're going to go with 2 on that one. We get to interrupt the 2 next card. We can chump block if we want. And yeah, it's going to be sweet turn. We can even play the drilling if we want. All the angels indeed. Welcome to the stream, Jaden Jedi. How are you been? How have you been doing? Yeah, we can take a bit of damage there. Right? We're not threatened. I'm just going to interrupt everything. Just because I can. Shroomkin, yeah. We're winning next turn anyway, so Shroomkin is not going to... What am I doing? Like, we've got so many options with the deck. Like, you gotta kill and... I could have still have interacted with our opponent on a very strong level, but yeah. Attacking with evasive and unblockable troops, controlling everything, every single thing that our opponent is doing. This is what this deck is all about. About to record something nice. Is it for the tournament this weekend? The how do they call that? The not future videos, but the thingy, the deck text, is that how they call it? Runebind. Yeah, we've got Runebind on 1. It's got Fate Weave, so we likely want to use it aggressively just to make sure we draw the things that we need. Yeah, Yeah, we're not under any pressure right now. That's okay. It's elite, but should be fine. We do want to put our parrot on the second turn. If anything else, we can just double runebind next turn. Nice. Don't even get more thresholds. So we're doing great right now. Third Sapphire threshold. Do we want to play something this turn? We could. I think we go with Purple Jacket, draw and see what happens. Oh, we've got an Angel of Foresight now. We could double focus. Is that really constructive? I think we can wait one more turn. Next turn we play Angel of Foresight, or next turn we just double Mastery of Time. And on the first turn we play Angel of Foresight. On the second turn we attack. Yeah, I love that. And we can well, yeah, we can always runebind that. Okay, so we're on the double Mastery of Time plan right now. Going to take 2 more turns thanks to the parrot. Can draw a bunch of cards. Okay, I do like that. Excellent. We're going to have 2 turns. Do we want to play Trickster? I think we want to keep Trickster. So, yeah, our opponent is getting extra turns, but we really don't... Yeah, we don't mind. So, our first extra turn. Going to play an Angel of Foresight. Going to activate this. That works. Can get an extra resource. Since we're not in any position to attack, do we have... Nope. I like playing the other parrot for now. So we're going to go into our second extra turn. Hey! Was that 2 already? Or is it because you got... Oh, that's weird. I want to take this. Let's take this. Yeah. Let's make this the last damage we take, shall we? Double Trickster is fine. See if we can get a Mastery of Time out of this attack. We don't, so we're going to double up on Arcane Focus. Yes, more card drawn and some shards. We do want the shards. We could go for more card drawn. If we get a Master of Time, we can still play it. No Mastery of Time. Do we have something that create angels? Yeah, we do. Okay, so you go out. You create an angel, so we play you. We got a Mastery of Time. We need to survive next turn. We could return everything that cost 2 or more. We could just do 1, right? Yeah, we could do 1. Just to get rid of these 2 so that they can't attack next turn. It doesn't impact our board. We still have access to a couple resources. That's perfect. Okay. And we've got 2 Trickster for next turn. We've got resources to play Runebind. Really not in any danger right now. And we've got enough turn in the bank that we should be good. Like even... Nothing creates an angel, but we should be okay. We're going to runebind the Shepherd. Yeah, need resource for that. And a non-resource card. And then we're just going to deny everything. Let's see. Yeah, maybe not everything. You have a removal or... Yeah, I don't like this one. Nope, nope, nope. That's the nope deck, by the way. That's how I call it. You just say no to everything. Sure, we attack for 10. And then we take... Do we create angels with these? No. Don't think we need that many more. We can play that. Do you... Oh, you create an angel. Okay. So you create an angel. Seek adventure. Do we want 2 return cards in our hand right now? No. Oh, let's attack with these. So now we're at 13 damage. And we're getting another turn and we win. Well, let's not be too fancy right now. And we win. God, I love this deck. Like any deck that plays Angel of Foresight, Tricksters, Runebind, Runes of Ripplewood, like this deck is so good. I really, really enjoy it. Hey, Xenia Bloodfist. So what do you guys think about the change today for the PvE? For the Warrior Gem. The Minor Gem. Alright. We've got an ice and we've got some interaction. We've got permafrost. All the nice things. I think we can afford turn 1. Yeah. Turn 2 we can morphology and start drawing cards with the glove equipment. So that we keep on up to date with a card advantage. We could several Jackcat. But yeah, this is a very aggressive character to fight. So I'd rather morphology now. And this turn. And next turn we've got enough to play Jackcat and hold Runebind to defend ourselves. Let's take 2, see what happens. Yeah, this guy needs to go. Or we Runes of Ripplewood next turn. For 2. And just get everything out. Would be nice to... Yeah, we can't draw a card with morphology at that point. Okay. I guess we Runes for 2. And we pass the turn. We've got Runebind. Next turn we can morphology and Jackcat. And at some point we should draw something. Sure. Runebind this one. Yeah, non-resource. Mastery of Time is nice. I still think we're on the Jackcat plan right now. What we want? I guess I love these 2. We could do this for 2 and get a Jackcat and get more counters on it next turn. That's also get the Runebind back in their hands, so we're just increasing our, you know, resource total while we control the game. Got a couple Mastery of Times. Let's see. You... We've got another Runes of Ripplewood. I don't think I want to use it. I'm going to use Morphology. This one is at the end of your turn. Okay. Well, yeah, this is going to get morphed. We're going to take a bit of damage there, though. We could start chaining Mastery of Times. 6 resource. Let's see what we get. Trickster is okay. Yeah, we've got... I think we start chaining Mastery of Time at that point. Just for at least 1 turn, maybe 2. Ooh, that's nice. That is super great. We've got access to 7 this turn, so... Parrot, double Mastery of Time. We've got 2 turns in the bank. I should have played my Trickster. And we got a ton of card draw as well. Hey, here's the Angel. Yeah, Morphology is out. We play the Angel. We cannot play a Mastery of Time, but what we can do is... this one draws a card? This one draws a card, so let's do 1. Yeah, just to remove some pressure. And put some back into the deck. Okay, sounds like a good turn. We're going to get our last turn. Arcane Focus. That creates an Angel and draw. Let's do the Rune Bind then. Like creating angels and drawing cards. Creating angels, drawing cards that... Ooh, yes. Scheme. Do I have Mastery of Times? I know. Yeah, I got 1. Okay. Phew. Alright, so we're stacked on Mastery of Times now. And yeah, I'm doing a lot of unnecessary things at this point, but let's do this, this, just to make sure that we're going to win on the upcoming turns. Even draw a card. We still have 5 Masteries of Times in our deck. We're going to draw 4 actions. There's a very high chance that we get it. I don't think yeah, we have a resource to play this turn, okay. Still have access to 7. We should, right? 4, yeah, we've got a Mastery of Time. We've got 2. We even got a Scheme back, so... let's create more Masteries of Time. And now the chance of us getting a Mastery of Time is extremely high. We can even Rune Bind our own Jacket to reset it. That's also something that we can do. And why not while we're doing a lot of unnecessary things? Because we love angels. And angels are cool. And when you have more, it's more fun. There you go. Hey, Jacket has reset it. Okay, I'm going to stop this there. You understand where this is going. We're denying every single thing that our opponent is doing while getting some mana, some resources up. And at some point we play an Angel of Foresight. And at that point we're just drawing all the cards and getting all the turns and we're winning. So one of the only ways you will be losing game with a deck like that is if you... is really to yourself. It's 8:38 maybe. Do you guys want to do another tier or we go on with the update to the adventures log? That's a question. Come on, let's do one more fight. I love it. I love this deck. It's been a while since I streamed and this might be my favorite deck right now in PvE. Well, there's a few decks that I really like, but for the most part, Trickster and Angel of Foresights are at the top of my PvE list of cards I enjoy the most playing. So, playing 2 in the same deck, really great. Yeah, transmuter hitting our arcane focus is not great, but we can do with Jacket. Screw Jacket, we've got a parrot. Maybe we want to keep the parrot for later. Actually, we can discard Craft the Eagle. We've got Masteries of Time. Because the transmuter is likely going to kill the parrot, so I'd rather just play the parrot maybe on turn 4, just before playing the angel. Just before playing the Mastery of Time. So let's see, now we're set. Wow, we've got all Masteries of Times. Okay. Sure. I'm not discarding a Mastery of Time, am I? No. Not by much. Oh, let's play it. If it dies, it dies. We've already got all the Masteries of Times that we need. Sure. Do we go double turn now? Is that really worth it? I think we're just playing the angel, drawing some cards, discarding this, and yeah, there's nothing else to do. If they kill the parrot, they kill the parrot, but we're going to just chain these things. Yeah, we've got enough health, right? We can bear another attack. And you nothing. Oh yeah, we've got one. We've got one. Double Mastery of Time. Sadly, it doesn't double the angels, but that is okay. We've got 2 turns in the bank. And as soon as we create one more angel, we've got a game. Okay. Yeah, we've got this. Ooh. Got even more damage now. Could return. Why not? Why not a shard? And yeah, I'm not even looking at a card right now. We've got enough turns so that we can attack. We're attacking for 11 every turn, so yeah, game is done. We've got a lock on the game. Here we go. Easy peasy. Taking all the turns, negating everything that our opponent is doing, running all the nice cards. Maybe I could show you the deck. It's not that complicated really. Let's see, it should be the locked deck. This one, the Nope deck. So we've got 12 Sapphire Shards, 4 Well of Instinct to trigger Winter Moon. Some games it's nice to be able to get cards back in deck, like Scheme, to ensure that you do get infinite turns at some point. Permafrost is there to bypass the triple threshold requirement on Trickster and Runes of Ripplewood, making you able to play them on turn 1, on turn 2, or on turn 3. So that's always nice. But the rest is just card draw, right? So we've got the Acorns, we've got a Jacket with the equipment to draw more cards. We've got a Runebind for interaction with the equipment to get it Fate Weave. So it's not card draw, but it's pretty darn close. We've got the Arcane Focus at 1. We've got 3 Morphologies with the glove equipment to draw more cards, so we're really going to draw a lot of cards, right? And we've got the Parrots that are going to one-shot copy the first action that you play when they are into play, and then they ramp you. So if you play the Parrot on turn 2, you can play Angel Foresight on turn 3, which is our win condition. You just play... Well, technically, if you get enough turn, you will be able to kill them with Tricksters. But that's the long way to do it, right? Usually you want to just be playing an Angel Foresight, and then you're just taking all the turns while drawing all the cards and likely just killing them. So this is pretty much where the deck goes, really. It's not a lot to it. Like when you attack with an Angel Foresight, when you deal damage to an opponent, you will be drawing an action from your deck. So when you look at the actions here, we've got runes, focus, ripple, morphology, and scheme and mastery of time. So chance that you draw a mastery of time is decently high with this deck. We could even change morphology for something else, really. I do like morphology with the glove. It deals with any card in a game on the board, and it transforms them, and then you start drawing cards. And Runebind deals with any card, period, like on the stack or on the board. So we've got a million insert to anything, and if we're very much into trouble, we can always just Runes of Ripplewood something, right? Our tricksters are interrupting any cards instead of only action. And where are the other equipment? We've got equipment on this one, on this one, on this one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a simple deck, but it works really well. And if you have access to the card, then you're going to have very nice time doing the arena. It's not that it's not the fastest, but if you're speaking about consistency, it's up there with the top decks. You hardly ever lose, if not to yourself, and that's mainly the deck pattern. But that's a cool one. So what I wanted to do tonight is take a bit of time and start looking at new decks and start updating the Adventurer's Guide, because it's been a while, and we do need to get some updates in there. Now we've got the nerf, right? So the one card Xocoy deck is not going to work anymore. I'm going to have to do something with the video, put an adaptation somewhere, likely this weekend. Make sure that people know that it's not working anymore. But yeah, let's just go into the guides, and we go in the Adventures Guide, last page. I don't think I had any new submissions since I last added things there. Okay. Was there an update? Oh, we've got a deck here. So this is a deck that the guy found on XTCG browser. What are we looking at? Okay, it's just a yeah. It's just a Terror Mill. We've got a million of them. Like, it's so easy to build that list. Like, we've got a million people that came to the same conclusion at the same time, pretty much. Okay, so it seems that I don't have any submission there. So what I usually do is that I go into strategies and deck list and try to see if we get some nice new decks to add. So advice needed on FRA budget deck. Illuminate deck that doesn't. Is that for PvE? Dual deck that eliminate mechanics from the Arcanum. Oh my god. Yeah, these are PvP decks. Okay. It's not going to be for PvE. Yeah, we could certainly go with the bounties and try to find deck there and start documenting them. And maybe that's what I should do. Like, take all entries and recreate the decks and document them. Not giving challenge credit when AI lost the same turn. Yeah, I don't think we've got. Yeah, that was my submission, right? So we don't have a lot of things here. A lot of decks that are new. This the 2 Xocoy. If you have an elf warrior that was using the lone Xocoy strat with 1 Xocoy in the deck and all that jazz, that's now not working. Maybe we could review the news real quick and tell you why it's not working. So today we've got a PvE balance on the warrior miner orb of training. Before it was that it would provide training to the succeeded troop in all zones. So that includes your deck. So what you could do is that there's a talent for the elf warrior that is named reinforcement, that tells you pay 2 resources and get a train troop from your deck into your hand. And since you would suck at the train gem into a troop and there's only 1 troop in your deck, you knew every single time what you would get, and you would get a Xocoy, and then you would win the game with it. So the way they addressed that situation for that deck that was, you know, guaranteed to win in the current content was that they changed the gem. So now it doesn't provide training. What it does is that it gives +1/+1 as all zones to the troop that is succeeded with it for each train troop that you control. Now you need to have train troop in play, and then your troop is bigger. This is still a pretty cool gem, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be cool aggressive decks that are going to come out, because this gem could very well be providing like +3/+3/+4/+4 very quickly. So it's still a nice aggressive gem. It's just not providing training within the deck, which was bypassing one of the core mechanics of the warrior. So we're now in a situation where we have a nice new toy to play with, and it's very interesting. I'm pretty sure we're going to get strong decks with it, but it makes it so that the strategy that was used to play the 1 Xocoy deck is now invalid. You just can't do it. It was all based on the fact that you would tutor your Xocoy with the training gem. Also, the training gem was providing speed, was providing a lot of things. Can we still do a deck with 1 Xocoy and make sure that you draw it every game? Yes, you can. You can just create a deck with 20 ice shards, 4 of each, and then you put 1 Xocoy into your deck, and you will likely have 1 of the ice shard on turn 1 or 2, and then you can just play a ruby, play an ice shard, and then play a ruby, and on turn 3 you should be able to play your Xocoy. Now you can use mercenaries to give him speed. You can use pretty much the same setup, right? You likely won't be, well, you know what, maybe we try to recreate the deck tonight. Yeah, I was going to do an upgrade to the deck, but let's see if we can still have Xocoy as a 1 card deck. That could be, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Campaign. So can we still do it? Can we still do it? So the deck was doing 2 things before. It was guaranteeing that you would draw the Xocoy, and training would also provide speed, amongst other things. So we'll have to rethink our tenant tree, but yeah, it's all about the perks of the mercs. So let's well, right now I'm playing a human, so clearly not what I need to be. Let's do an elf warrior. So we need speed. We likely want mobilize again. What do we want more? +1/+1 is not going to cut it anymore, I don't think. So we want speed. Speed would be triumvirate. It also provides flight, so that's great. I do need to upgrade it. Okay. I think I had a deck for this one. Yeah, it's not groundbreaking, but we should be able to use it to upgrade the triumvirate here. So we've got this, we've got flight, and let's say we keep the +1/+1, because we're getting flight anyway, right? And we're getting flight, and we're getting speed and steadfast. So that should be enough to replace the speed that we're missing from the training gem. We're still going to get a big Xocoy, and Corporal Adrian makes it so that we can play the Xocoy very quickly, right? So now that we know that our Xocoy is likely going to, well, it's going to function the same way. We do need to replace the minor gem, because it's not it's useless at that point. We're not going to have trained troops in play. This can be trained, but it's like it's not even going to be trained because we don't have at least 10 troops in our deck. So we're mono ruby. What kind of ruby do we have? Oh, Gladiator 1. I like Gladiator 1. It's 1 more damage for the rage. So it's going to be 4, 5 for singular, and then it's still going to be 6 because of this Gladiator here. So technically we're doing the same damage, but we need a way to guarantee that we draw Xocoy. So this is where the ice shards are going to come in. So we just want... Would have to do the math, really. On how these works. We likely want some of these. We're going to have to revamp the talent points. Let's go for 60 card for now. So how do we want to play this? So let me just, yeah, technically we could, because I want to have enough ruby sources that we can get to 2 ruby. So this is a, yeah, this is a turn 3 deck, though it's not a turn 2 deck anymore. Elven racial restriction. Too many acorn. Oh, wait. Yeah, we can just play 3. Okay. So we're there, right? We've got a flight, we've got a speed, we've got the same stats. We still have the major training gem that's going to be rage 6. I still want to go and give a look at the talent tree, because we're not going to use trained anymore. So we're going to reset this. So if we're not going for trained troop, since it's going to be turn 3, I like going for fortification. I think this is going to be the way to go. We do want fury. I don't think we want berserking. Yeah, battle dealing 1 more damage is significant, but I think we can, because it's going to be hard. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Okay, so let's try that. We want battle to cost 1 less. We likely, yeah, train is not doing anything for us, like straight up nothing. I don't like the war machine. We do need the gems. I guess we do this. 70. I don't think we want 70 cards in our deck though. Okay, where do we go from there? Got 5 point. Battle deals 1 more. Seems relevant. When you play a warrior, gain a charge. When you are dealt damage, there's 25% chance you gain a charge. I guess it's better than nothing, because else we're going the train route, or we do take the old war wound and... Oh crap. That doesn't work well with... at all with... with Fate Weave, does it? Yeah, we're going to draw them, like... We've got one card in deck. It's going to guarantee that we draw it, so... Yeah, we want to avoid this one. Let's see, we could do this. We don't want you. Okay. That's an interesting problem. Where do we... What do we do with this? So, let's see, we've got... We don't need this anymore. So, we have to get the war machine, but the problem with the war machine is that it's going to... We don't have a choice. To get the gems, we need to get... We're going to have to add one card that is not a shard in our deck. So that's going to screw with Fate Weave a bit. So on average, we're going to need 1.5 Fate Weave per game to get what we need. Because we do need the gems here. Is there one of the... I think this one... When you draw it, what does it do? Is there a way to avoid that? No. I know I don't want War Machine, but I'm trying to find... Like... I'd rather draw a War Machine than an old War Wound or a Warrior's Guild. That is for sure. Guild. So... I'm guessing this is where we go with this. And then we go here. Do we have enough? We don't even have enough. Deals one more. We don't really need that. Could go... Just to start with the wall. To give us some defense, since we're not going to have a lot of defense. And... When you play a warrior, gain a charge. I guess I'd rather have them discard a card. So we have to take the War Machine, but that's a necessary evil. Save tenants. Okay, so we can go down to 60 now. We got all the ice. And we could do a proportion on the ice, like we can enter a hypergeometric calculator and see where we stand, but the way this works is that we want 2 Fate Weave per game. Just to ensure that we can play Xocoy. And we want to make sure that we have access to 2 Ruby Thresholds as well. By turn 3. Let's just... Yeah, we could just going to test it like that. What sleeve do I have? Yeah, let's just... red deck, red sleeve. Let's go. Let's try to see if this works. So this is clearly not a turn 2. I don't even think it's a turn 3 because we do need 2 Ruby Threshold. Well, it's going to be turn 3 some amount of the time, and it's going to be turn 4 some amount of the time. We just have to calculate. Like right now, we've got 20 Fate Weave shards. We likely don't need. Yeah, let's just do the math real quick. It's bugging me right now. Hyper Geo. Hey. So we've got 60 card, we've got 20. Sample size is going to be a full hand plus, let's say worst case scenario. So we start with 7. We want to win on turn 3, so that's 2 more cards. Would be 9. We want 2 success. We're at 87% right now. Let's say we go down to 16. Ah, we lose 10%. That's big. It might be too big. Might just be too big. What happens if we go down to 12? Still 60%. It's going to be hard. Well, this having a ruby ice is just kind of the best case scenario by far. So we're going to keep that. Ruby ice does enable turn 2 kills, technically. So we're going to want to get a non-resource, so there's 50% chance that we get Xocoy next turn and win out of it. And if not, it's going to take 1 more turn. We got a war machine. So... wait a minute, the war machine costs 0 and draws a card. Huh. So if I Fate Weave now, not going to have enough. Oh! Draws a card. If I Fate Weave before and draw a card, I'm going to get a Xocoy. But I'm not going to be able to play it this turn. But that's pretty much what I want though. So we'll go to this. And then draw the Xocoy. Not going to mobilize. And I can't play the Xocoy, but we're in a great shape though. Does Xocoy have... okay, that's mobilize, flight speed, and all that jazz. Okay. That's good. Got what we wanted. So we're going to get a turn 3 kill instead. Wasn't too bad, right? I mean, we don't even need our champion power. So that deck here... so if we're not playing an elf warrior, Xocoy costs 1 more, but it has mobilize, so it costs 3. And if we're looking to win on turn 3, we don't need to be an elf anymore. Just maybe, we can play another race of warrior and get a better champion power. That's turn 3. Oh no, wait, no. I skipped yeah, to the end of the turn. It's just, yeah, we're going to go in farming mode, so now I need to make a new 3 elf warrior. Maybe. Because right now we're still doing 30 damage just with Xocoy itself. And we've got a talent that adds 2. So that's 32 plus our warrior attack that does 4. So that's 36. We don't need 36. I believe at most we need 32. We'll see after this run, but I'm pretty sure that the maximum health that we're facing in Great Machine Graveyard is 32. So I guess that still works, right? But it's not guaranteed, that's the thing. It is not guaranteed, and this fight in particular is going to be a bit hard, but we still have a... because right now we only have 1 ice, and we... half of the time we are going to need 2 ice to make things work. So that's kind of important. Okay. Yeah, we're trying it, right? There's no way we're not trying it. I'm kind of glad that the yeah, we're getting wrecked if we don't drug Xocoy this turn though. Ugh. What do we have here? If you have 10 or less health, summon a never surrender. What's a never surrender? Nope. Hey! It was okay, there's a bit of luck involved in this one, but we were able to do it. I want to know what's a never surrender though. What is a never surrender? Oh, what's this? On a tribute control block, choose one random, gain 1 health, gain a charge, draw a card. It's not that great. Oh, it doesn't have speed! Oh no! It does not have speed. At the end of your turn, so we kinda have to attack with it. So this is where you need the upgraded this is where you need the upgraded we're going to win though. We've got pretty lucky with the Xocoy draw. Do we need an exhaust troop? We need another target troop. Okay. It's just a target troop. It's not an exhaust troop. Alright, so that works. But that's interesting. Upgrade your mercs, make it easy. Well, that's what we're going to do this run. It's going to be easier. It's not going to be guaranteed though. But it's going to be unlikely. Like it's what's the percentage on 350% chance? So it's 0.25 25 divided by 2, it's 0.123. So 12% of the game you won't have speed and flight on Xocoy. It's not that bad. Wait, I don't have the right deck. Yeah, we want to test Xocoy here, so let's just test Xocoy. Yeah, it is, and it's 3 once it's upgraded, so super great. But I mean, right now we're kind of doing it, right? Well, last game, if Xocoy was on the next card on the top, we would have died. We would have died. So it's not all upside. Like there are draws where you die, but it's still a fairly consistent strategy to do. We've got 2 ice, we're good. We're guaranteed okay. And the rubies, we're very lucky with the ruby ice. But yeah, we're getting them, so we're going to use them. But since we don't need to use 2 resources to do the Xocoy, this one providing resources is kind of overkill. So we had the 50% on the Xocoy, we just play this. And then we do this and we win. Attack for 7, for 13. And then, oh, we are doing 2 with this guy. That's neat. Alright, so turn 2 win. So I guess it is more or less 50% of the time turn 2 win. The rest of the time we're going to get a turn 3 win. Not that big of an... Oh, we don't have the... Crap. I want to unlock the triumvirate this run, so... We're going to chase the mercenary node. Just gather more data on the new... Well, it's not that different, right? It's a major change though, because it's not guaranteed, and that is the big deal. That is the one thing that is very significant in there, is that it is not guaranteed. Yeah, sure. Turn 3 at the latest. We're very lucky with these ruby eyes. Because why not? We attack with this guy. Oh, this one started with 33? Huh. So... I think he has more health than... Oh, we've got Xocoy. I think he has more health than Scott at the end of the dungeon. We play Ruby. We do the thing. And we attack with everything. Then we attack again with everything, and this is the game. Alright. So it's working fairly fine. Hey, here it is. Okay. So this is the run where we unlock Triumvirate. And by the way, I only unlock the mercs when I need to unlock the mercs. So, you know, I never really had needed to play the Triumvirate, the upgraded version, so that's why I never upgraded it. But yeah, as soon as I play a list or I test a configuration that specifically need an upgrade, I upgrade them. It's just such a big gold investment, and we've got a lot of ways to spend gold right now. The Kismet reserves that rotates every 2 or 3 months require about 900,000 gold if you want to more or less guarantee that you get what you need. So you need an FT amount of investment to just keep up, right? Well, that's why I'm not spending the gold on upgrading the mercs if I don't need them. I make sure that I do have all the mercs, but they're not upgraded. So what do? Summon a Dragon Guard. Sure. And you do this. Exhaust one or more other troops. Oh, we can exhaust this guy. We should have, yeah, we should have exhausted others and attacked with him. The whole point. And now it's a window of a pretty... Oh, yeah, we can do this. Remove this guy. You become bigger. And then we attack. Maybe we get a llama next turn. No, we don't. Alright, was a good try. Would like to get some resources at this point. That would be neat. Mighty hero. Yay! Getting some flight troops. That was all part of the plan. No, my flyers. Hey, look at that. We're getting resources now. You attack. I like you. You're not that great, but you can chum block the big guy, so why not? Here you go. Pass the turn. Hey, scrapyard dynamos. Another William. Maybe not. Just going to win this anyway. A shard. Oh, decree of banishing. Attack with everything. Okay. Hey, we've got our mercenary challenge done. We're going to be able to upgrade our mercenary. I don't believe we can do it mid-dungeon, can we? No, we can't. Okay. Alright, I tried. No, that's not... What? Oh, it's not a fight. Yeah, that's right. All good. All good. Nice. Well, I don't feel that the deck has changed much with the configuration we're running. However, the key thing here is that it's not as consistent. It's not as fast. It requires a bit more clicks. And when you start with Xocoy in your hand, you keep. You do keep. We could go with a burning eye, with an ice, just to draw the war machine and do a bit more damage. Make sure that they are extra dead, like extra cooked, or maybe well done. Not quite sure what the terminology for the stakes are in English, but yeah. Oh, Xocoy doesn't have mobilize, so this one has 2 mobilize. That's a bit weird, but we're going to get up to 4 nonetheless. So that's, yeah, you get up to 4. So that's why we need enough warrior. It's for the times where Xocoy doesn't have mobilize. That's why you need it. He doesn't have speed. Wow, that was a very, very unlucky run. It's going to be a lot smoother when we upgrade Triumvirate though. So now there's an opportunity for Xocoy to die. Wait a minute, it doesn't have this singular power on it? That's weird. Not quite sure what happened there. Should have been 6. Because we're running singular, so it had to have. Oh, it was in the opening end, that's why. So never mind me. Yeah. Xocoy and Mercenaries 101. You do not want to have Xocoy in your starting hand. It's a Nuttle Mulligan. That's the worst hand and not the best. I got my mind all over the place tonight. We're going to get there. Thanks for chat to pointing the obvious out. Thank you. I'm going to make this a live recording of the next adventures log. I think we're going to just get to the point where we build a deck and do this dungeon. Maybe do another one. Go first. No ice, no Xocoy. We need 2 ice. This is not good. We need 2 ice and 2 rubies. Oh my god. What have we done? What have we done? 1 ice and 1 ruby works if we draw Xocoy. If we don't draw Xocoy, then we're going to need to draw an ice. Granted, we've got a ton of ice in our deck. So, and this time we drew Xocoy. We cannot do it on turn 3 though. On turn 2 though, we have to wait 1 more turn. But that still works. Like, as a budget deck to play, to farm some gold, it's still very much a great farming deck. It's just not insane anymore. It's more along the lines of the other decks. Like it requires more clicks. There's a bit of luck. You need to react for the outliers. Kind of like that. I do like that. Oh, it's gonna die right there. We attack with it. Huh. I want to just kill that. If I had used my champion power first, then we have killed this guy, and then we can attack and for the win. Was a slight sequencing mistake. It's going to cost me a lot. Because right now, there's not much we can do. Well, we can wait. Oh, it's 4. Okay, so we're good. We can use it again. And yeah, now we're safe for the attack. Works. And then we attack again. For the win. Barely okay. Barely okay. Hey, we're figured it out. We've figured it out. That's okay. We have figured it out. Would you guys change anything to the list right now? That's the big question. Any talent change that you see that would be relevant? Or maybe someone watching on YouTube, the recording, will find something. And if you do, please post it in the video description. Starting with the War Machine, this is great. This is super great. So we're getting a turn 2 kill here. This is a turn 2. This is a turn 2 kill and... You know what? I'm not even playing the War Machine. I'm going to play it next turn. This is how good this hand is. Because there's no way we can play Xocoy for turn 1 anymore. Okay. Yeah, play your 5. And this one is going to have all the perks because it was the only card in the deck, so it flies. And we even started when he... nice. So this, draw a shard, we don't care. Play the mighty Xocoy. That still attacks for 12. And then we get to attack again with the War Machine. Yeah, War Machine's not that bad. After all, like, it's okay. It draws a card and it costs 0. So, do we get Clatterclank tonight? Nope. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, this time around we can go and upgrade the Mercenary. Believe we need to remove it. And then we go in here. And we upgrade here. And then now, why doesn't it have a deck? It's supposed to be having a deck. Save, save, save. Okay, so you should be providing 3 random troops. Okay, so we start with 2. So there's 12% chance that we don't get 1 hit on Xocoy. It's not that bad, but when we do, we're going to miss flight and speed, which is going to suck. But it's not going to happen that often, right? I don't think we want to remove the spectral acorns. Is there anything else that we want to play? I don't think we have anything we want to play, because we want to guarantee playing Xocoy. And we don't want to add too many Xocoys, because that's not super great, right? It lowers the chance of our mercenary doing something. On the other end, we really don't, like, there's not a lot of scenarios where mobilize is needed, because we don't need to use our resources at all. So I think we can ditch this mercenary and find something else. But what else do we want, really? We don't need more stats. Dragons. We don't need more stats. We don't need more damage. We want more consistency and maybe more utility. Charges. Less. No. You have any idea what we would like on that? I mean, I can still get Adrian there, but sorry. Transform a random card in your hand into a random card that shares a shard with it. And get cost -1. What happens is if we have all shards in our hand? Is that some kind of guaranteed card that's always the same, going to be the same? Maybe that's a way that we get to play other cards, is that if we play a mercenary that creates a card into our hand? Huh. That could be interesting. We would need to test that for sure. What was your party passive? Yeah, that's a random. Don't like random. That's health gain. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. At the start of the game, 3 random necrotic. Necrotic. Fate Weave. That would have been so cool if we would have had a way to give Fate Weave to one of the cards in our hand at the start of the game. That would have been perfect. Turn upgrade, passive, no. Spiderlings. +1/+1 to flight troop? Nah. Discard, draw a card on a random card in our hand could be something. Like we could pay 2 and just draw a card on one of our resources, so that could be a way to draw more card. Create a random rogue and put it into your deck. Yeah, we really don't want to create cards in our deck. You are not in a dungeon, gain 1. If you are in a dungeon, 2 random non-resource cards in your deck, -1. Yeah, we're okay with cost. Great. Okay, Uvis, what do you do? Two random troop when your deck without speed gets speed. When you draw this, create a copy of it and put it into your hand. A random card. Can we upgrade it to? No. That would have been cool. Like if we would have been able to guarantee that it goes on the Xocoy, then you draw 2 Xocoys. So you have 1 spare. Or you could draw 2 war machines and then you can draw 2 cards. So that could be something. No, that's cost reduction. Bury. Branch. Bottle Vitae. Next troop in your deck. Crush life, drain steadfast, or +1/+1. Yeah, no, you don't get to have an Uber troop. Drain artifact. Random troop in your hand gets the death cry. No. Damage. Nope. 25% chance of Shroomkin. For random actions, we don't have any. %50% chance to gain charge. Random. We could just use Knock Knock to have more stats, I guess, but I don't feel it's a good use of that. Not really. Tunneling. If you won the conflict, create a Shinarasa. This would have been on the draw. I would have been into it. Like just more defense, right? Yeah, just buy more turns. Do we want Salty Sam? Random troop unit gets deployed. You may put target troop in your its controller. Like that could be very good, because imagine we play Xocoy, and it puts something back into their hand, so that would alleviate some scenarios where they have blockers and you don't have flight. And if it goes on the war machine, it's not the end of the world. Your war machine just for 0, you play it, you draw a card, you put something back into their hand. That could be a thing. So the game, if you have non-resource card in your hand, it costs weakest 0, draw a card. No. Torn Cage. Torn Gauge. Or random plant or zombies. Yeah, we don't have. Resource gaining health. Not that great. Man, I'm not going to go to sleep late tonight. Spirit we already have. Non-quick troop becomes quick. Less things in the deck is not what we want to be doing. 2 random constant. Oh, that's constant. There's a catch. 33% chance of Dingler. Sounds like a good name for a rock band, but Yeah, no. Draw a card and discard a card. 2 random troops. Maybe we want to have more draws on our war machine. Deploy creative valor. When a troop you control transform. We could even go for the random threshold at the start of the game. But I'm just I got a troop in your deck, get +1/+1. That's the equivalent of. Not finding a lot of things right now. I kinda like the Bebo. Because if we can guarantee that we have less health than our opponent, we start with 1 more blocker. I really love starting with 1 more blocker. That buys us a turn most of these games. It enables us to use Xocoy in the very weird scenario when I think we're going. I want to test this one. Yeah, we're going to test this one. Oh, my little boy just woke up. I'm going to take care of him and then I'll be back in 1 or maybe 3 minutes. So be right back. In 2 minutes. Alright. Give me a sec. Yep, being a little boy is very hard. Alright, so we're going to test this one. I'll be curious what kind of card we get. That could be an okay gamble. Likely just going to do 1 game with it though, but we'll see. We will see. And yeah, I mean it's still functionally, it still works the same way, it's just less efficient. That's guaranteed, so I'd like to see 2 ice. We've got 2 ice and we even got a ruby ice, so... Oh, it didn't work? It cannot hit resources? Or there's no card that costs -1, so it doesn't change anything? Maybe I'm guessing that's what's happening there. How much health do we have? So I think my first instinct would be to lower our starting health. Start with 24. Do we have anything that gives health right there? Do we have anything that remove health? I really love the castle walls, but This is the one, right? Or maybe we just play it. Like these encounters, they start with a decent amount of health. Like they all start with a decent amount of health. So maybe we just play Bebo. Do we have an upgraded passive? No. Party passive. One or more gems is invalid. What? Oh, I guess it has gems that are not available in PvE anymore. The very old deck. Okay. Okay. Should be good now though. Yeah. Is this your 2-core that I heard about? It's not the 2-core. Well, 2-core refers to the Xocoy deck, the Elf Warrior Xocoy deck that was winning on average on turn 2. But it was the deck usually sports a ton of cards, right? That is a standard deck. It's just a standard aggressive deck featuring Xocoy. The Xocoy deck that you likely heard about was the one where you play only one Xocoy in the deck, and this was what was broken, that they changed the minor warrior gem for. That's the deck that was targeted with that change. So what we're trying right now is to see if we can make the deck work to some extent even after the change. And Xocoy is dead. It's dead. Long live Xocoy. Basically, that's what's going now. Zoltog of the Pack. That's a new card. Yeah. Well, technically what we're doing right now, since we're not relying on training anymore and we're only playing one card, as Yessi mentions, you could do it with basically any card really. So it doesn't need to be Xocoy. Xocoy has a... I mean, he's pretty good with the major socket. That's really nice, but yeah, there's plenty of really strong cards that you could play there. This is okay. This is a turn 3 or a turn 4 kill, but I mean, we've got everything that we need, right? In the end, this is just a proof of concept, so going to get a non-resource. Maybe we're supposed to go with Ruby and then first, on the off chance that we draw the Xocoy naturally. And we started with more HP than our opponent, so we didn't get the worker bot. Yeah, if I would have played the Ruby, I would have been able to play the Ike Cleric, so I'm pretty sure that was the optimal play there. Now I'm stuck to a turn 3 Xocoy instead. And it doesn't have mobile. Yeah, I don't have the threshold for it. Zoltog of the Pack, is that the one that... Yeah, I believe it can attack twice with the equipment, right? Or naturally without the equipment? I'll have to check. So... Now we don't have mobilize, so we do need to use our power to do this, but yeah, as we can see, things are still working. We even have the wall, so we can attack again and win the game. Use that as for a passive Fate Weave. Let's start a game. Still play that. Wasn't that at the it's Fate Weave to a necrotic in your hand, wasn't it? Unless I misread it. Where you... Or there's an upgrade. 3 random necrotic in your deck or in hand. Just Fate Weave at the start of the game. Oh, you played that mercenary. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Yeah. Okay, that works, right? There's one card here, and yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You don't even need to upgrade anything, I guess. Yeah. Well, wow. Oh no, that's 7. Okay. Yeah, you play that and then you play a human, level 15 human. 1 ruby shard grid is just perfect. Yeah, that's great. That works. That's cool. Let's try to do this then. And you play Zoltog of the pack. Wait, I don't have that card? What do you do, sir? First time attack each turn, ready a troop with gladiator you control. You have an additional main phase and combat phase during this turn, so he attacks for 6 and then 6 again. And we've got, what's the equipment? Orcs you control. I have gladiator 1, so he has gladiator 3. So it acts for 7. Well, I'm pretty sure we can get close to it, right? Because we've got all the warrior tenant that adds damage. This one will attack twice. With the head equipment, he attacks for... We can use gladiator to make him cost 2, and since we have a castle wall, we guarantee that we'll be able to use mobilize. So we can do mobilize, we can do triumvirate, and then you do you use the fourth slot for is unique, so we can still use singular for +1. So that would be 4 plus 3. That's 7 plus 1, that's 8. You attack twice for 8. That's 16. You do... Oh, you're not playing a warrior, right? Nah, you don't get the warrior traits since you're not playing the warrior. But that's decent damage though. I mean, it certainly warrants some investigation, at the very least. Like, that had with the face weave at the start of the game means that you can play a 1 card deck. So if there's ever a mercenary combination that results in a kill with 1 card, you can certainly do it. But maybe we just play Xocoy. Because, oh no, we can't guarantee, yes we can. We're going to draw it. It's going to create a troop. Let's try that. Let's try that real quick. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I got a human max level ranger that's going to be perfect. And let's see. So we're removing these, and this. So first thing we do is that. You're up. You start with 27 health. Okay. Yeah, I'm not... start of the game, Fate Weave. Oh, why can't I see the upgrade? Wait, what? That has to be a bug. What's the deck requirement? Fate Weave, revert target true control. Okay, that's irrelevant. Can include up to 4 copies of any prismatic card in your deck. Okay, so technically there's no reason why we wouldn't be able to do it, right? We could do Xocoy. We just don't have access to the ruby gem, but we have access to the double damage gem. So it has to amount for more damage than the other guy. Because we can do like double damage at Gladiator. That's a punch, right? That's already 10. It's going to fly. And we're going to give it +1, so it's going to be 11. 2 times 11, that's 22. Where it's starting to get close. Like 22 damage. Starting to get real close. It's turn 3. Yeah, it's not going to be turn 2. 22 damage on turn 3 is not that bad though. Guaranteed. It's really great. Nothing to sneeze at, for sure. Is there a way to do even more? Like we need... yeah, save the change. We need Triumvirate for the speed and the flight. Hey Snake, how are you doing? We're trying to break Xocoy again. We do need mobilize, and then the rest would be stats, right? Yeah, that's not enough, but it's darn close. Not going to be enough for a guaranteed kill, but that's pretty darn close. And then you go... You know what though? There's not a lot of encounters where they play removal. And you could do that for leveling. Even if you lose a fight now and then, it's not that big of a deal, right? So that could be one of the new leveling strat. Let's say we go with Singler again. I can see that. As a leveling build? No, you do Dalad, you do Triumvirate, and you do Adrian. And that's a turn 3 or turn 4 kill most of the game. You guarantee that you play your Xocoy. You start with 27 health, so it's not too bad, right? While you level. You're there. Oh, it didn't save. Okay. Yeah, Angler Dude is has potential for sure. So Xocoy, is that more damage than the other guy? That's the thing. And then we would yeah, it has to be more damage. It's 1 turn slower, but it's more damage. But do we kill our opponent faster though? Because the one thing that Xocoy has that the other one has is that it has crush. That's great. But Xocoy of the pack. Was it? What was the name? Zoltar, not Xocoy, Zoltar. Yeah, this guy. So Gladiator 3 means he attacks for 6, 7 with this, 8 with Singler. Twice on the second turn. Oh no, we can't give him mobilize. We can't guarantee that we have a starting troop in place. So this is really, yeah, that doesn't work. Oh, it has to be Xocoy. It has to be Xocoy. Yeah, I know. So that would be a turn 4. But I'm trying to see, Xocoy with mobilize would be turn 3, and that should work, right? That's a turn 3. Well, it's not turn 3 guaranteed, but try Great Machine Graveyard. Because it's 11 twice on the first attack and then you kill them. So you need to attack twice, so you win the game on turn 4. So this is a turn 4 win, and it's not guaranteed because there's turn 4 there's some level of interaction from the AI, from the challenge node, so yeah. Not guaranteed, but the question of time, really. Oh wait, I'm not, yeah. That doesn't work at all. Does not work. We need to change. Alright. I love the theory behind it. Would this be better than the other one? I don't think so. I think that the Elf Warrior with the configuration we had before is likely going to be, well, maybe not. We'll see. Go first, keep. Choose this. Play you. And then. Why do we start with 29? Oh, wait. Oh, crap. Yeah, I forgot the equipment. What's the perk of the Elf Cleric? Start with a lot of health. There's a lot of broken deck. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're still going to find other turn 2 decks before we get new set, so yeah, we need the equipment, right? Ah, that's going to work. Yeah, you kinda can make this a 60 card deck and it works fine. I was able to lower it down to 60 card and it works with the same or better consistency. It's a great deck. Even at 150 card it was fairly consistent, like it's a kill on turn 2 or 3 most of the games. So you don't, like, there's a ton of these decks. It's just like when it's not guaranteed and there's a slightly bit of variance to it, turn 2 and turn 3 kills are perfectly fine. Like right now the challenge, the L that we're facing and the, you know, starting with troops and everything, it's just the tip of the iceberg on the difficulty level of the upcoming content, so we've seen it with the arena. So I'm pretty sure that the all-in strategies like the cheese that we have right now, next Adventure Zone is not going to cut it anymore. I'm fairly certain of that. They can easily make it so that these all-in decks are not working anymore, are not good enough anymore. So I guess this opens us to a possible problem if they remove the troop when we draw it on turn 2. When we create it on turn 2. Well, that would be the problem, but this seems like a very good leveling strat, right? Turn 3, you play Xocoy every single game. And why are we gaining that many charges? Oh, okay. Like this is 12. And then we do another 12. Even do more than 12. I mean, it's a turn 4 kill, but that's minimal number of clicks right there. You're not doing much really. You're open to removal. That's the main issue. The main issue would be that you are open to removal, but for the most part, it works. And we're going to, if we're going to win on the second turn, we're always going to overkill. Wrong gem. Which gem? I should have double damage and... I'm pretty sure I have the right ones. Going to check, but... Oh, I'm using the... Oh, crap. Wait a minute. If I'm using the charge gem... And... It means we would have killed this guy on turn 3. Yeah, you're likely not winning this fight, though. Let's see. Let's fix the gems. Oh, that's not... Getting there, getting there. Ah. Double damage, Gladiator. Is there any reason to play Acorns? No, there's not. So the Elf Warrior is still better because you have the access to the full suit of tenants from the warrior. But that works too, and if you want to level a new character, I mean, yes, you're going to lose some games, but why not? Like, if you want to level characters on a budget, you're going to win games on turn 3 and 4. Not too bad. You're going to kill most of the early content on turn 3. Anyway. So that's a cool little trick right there. With Xocoy. Like, we're at 2 clicks right now. We draw Xocoy, we get a true 3 click. And then on turn 2 we cannot play it. Oh, I know. Wait a minute. There's clearly a way for us to play Xocoy on turn 2. We just need a cost reduction instead of a stat boost. Right, because we're going to overkill anyway. Because we need to attack 2 turns. We need to attack 3 times. 3 times for 10. So that's 30. That's not enough though. Wait, let's look at this again. It's 4, gladiator is 5, and this is 6, so that's 12. If we remove him and get a cost reduction mercenary, we can play Xocoy on turn 2. It will attack for 20, and then on the next turn it attacks for it attacks for 10 again. That's 30. We need to hit 32 to kill Scott. Revert target tribute control. Oh, revert. That works beautifully. We're going to be able to activate that on turn 3. Or on turn 4. Okay, that could work. So cost reduction, which one do we have? We have one. No, Gax is a cost reduction. 2 random non-resource cards in your deck get. Can it be a -2? Person reviewing a review for X on Steam. Thanks for the link. 2 random non-resource card in your deck gets -1 cost. Okay, so there's Gax. There's Kefra. Cleric, Mage, Ranger, Rogue, Warlock, or there's Gax, there's Kefra. I believe there's another one at reduced cost. Was it? Xeon is for dragons. Maybe that's the one I was mistaking. Tailwing? Oh. Oh, that's standard. That's no, that wasn't cost reduction. So technically we do Gax or Kefka. Going to do Kefra. We're going to do Kefra. Does this work with this guy? He's a cleric, right? Yeah, that does work. So Kefra. Well, now that would be a kill on turn 3, guaranteed. Now we're starting to guaranteed unless the AI plays a removal, which is fair. Oh my god, I got a million gem in this deck. So 1. Okay, you get to do this, and then okay. I need to make sure that I don't play the deck like that, but that's okay. All right, and since we're playing a ranger, we start with one more charge. That does mean that we can revert our Xocoy, so we will be able to use the one shot on the second turn. on the third turn as well. This starts to be looking like a deck. Like this is guaranteed turn 2 Xocoy, and then if it doesn't die, you kill them on turn 3. But there's a window of opportunity for the AI to target and kill the Xocoy, so not all upside. But I think it says the closest we're going to get to the old deck. So now Xocoy costs 4 and it has mobilize, it has speed, it has flight, it deals double damage. We're getting there. Okay, so we attack for 10. We attack for 10 more. And that's on turn 2, guaranteed. Every single game. Guaranteed. And on turn 3, we can play a shard. We can even revert +2/+2 if we want. Oh crap. How can... Oh, these were modifications, so you don't want to revert. Do not revert. I repeat, do not revert. Alright, that's okay, but yeah, the revert part wasn't that right. Works. Still works. So that's a turn 3 kill. It's guaranteed turn 3, guaranteed minus minus any removal from the opponent, and it is, you need to be playing a 15 level human ranger. Let's go second. Let's see if we can do this fight going second. I think it's going to be a very, very cool farming deck. Because this is still turn 2 Xocoy guaranteed. Right? But can we survive 3 attacks from the Mangler? That's the big issue. Going to be super close, but I think we're good. 4, 8, 11. That is cutting it close, but at the same time, oh, we'll end up with a blocker, so we should be good. Should be good. It's out of range of any direct damage. Whoa. Yeah, we're good. I think this works. Sometimes you're going to die on this fight, but if you're farming gold, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's not perfect, but like your third turn, you really just straight up go to attack and then you win, right? Not like the third, instead of winning on the second turn, you win on the third turn, and that's significant difference. It doesn't make much of a difference right now. And we're still guaranteed to get Xocoy. But the difference there is huge, in the sense that the AI gets a turn to react. And that turn makes the whole lot of difference. Like, the scrap bomb is a quick action that can kill Xocoy on the last fight, so some amount of the time you're not going to be able to do something. If the AI kills your first troop like that, you're not going to be able to mobilize and you're going to be screwed. So there's multiple opportunity for the AI to screw you once in a while. So I feel like even though in terms of time it's pretty darn close to the other one, even in terms of clicks, the AI gets to react. And you know, that makes a world of difference. Sure. And then you go straight to attack and then you win. Because now we're in the realm of we're doing, but we're still doing only 30 damage total, right? That's not going to kill Scott on turn 3. It might not be good enough. Yeah, that's 30 damage. That's a problem. We need 2 more. We're close though. We need 2 more, so that's a turn 4 kill. If it's a turn 4 kill against Cut, I'm not sure that we're going to survive that, but we'll see. I mean, we do get the Mega Bot, so not all bad, and you can sneak in and attack. Or 2. It's still extreme. It's still fairly viable. Like there's no denying that this is viable. It's just not 100% every single game. Once in a while you're going to get screwed up, but that is okay. And some of the time there's going to be a 3/3 flyer, and you're not going to have Swift Strike. So yeah, I love that. Like, it's a Xocoy turn 2 guaranteed, but there's a lot of things that can go wrong, and the AI gets to do something, so that's pretty cool. Like that works. I think we can work with that, and this not being the degenerate. So we either guarantee that we play Xocoy on turn 2, or we guarantee that we play it on turn 3 and it does 12 damage per attack instead of... So it's 24 damage on turn 3 instead of 30 on turn 3. So yeah, I guess it's still better to have it on turn 2 and then start attacking, I guess. But it works super great. It does work. Does this one work better than the other one? That's a question. But what I'd say is that right now, even without the cost reduction, this would be a very fine way to level a character. You just play Dated, you play 1 Xocoy, and with a nice suit of Mercenary, and that's it. Could be a sweet combo there. And I don't think it's something that they would nerf either. Like there's a lot of ways where this can go wrong, and it doesn't necessarily trivialize the content as much. I mean, we've had Big Spider in the Xocoy decks for a long time, and they were nerfed, so... But this one kinda has one card, and it's always like, if they do kill the card, then you're screwed. Like, you just straight up lose the game. So I think that's fine. It was the same thing with the old one. However, they did not have any opportunity to do so. And right now they get to do something on their second turn to interact with this. And we're not always on the play either. Hello, Strego. We're just finding new ways to abuse Xocoy to get turn 3 kills now. But we can still guarantee that we're going to do it. Hey, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Welcome to the team. Hey, level 80, we get a draft. Closing in on these dark hearts. I really love the data right now. Really loving the data right now. It's very close in terms of speed. It's slightly less consistent, but it's still pretty darn good for gold farming. And it has the upside of also being able to be used for leveling. Because when you level, there's not going to be a lot of fights that are going to kill you on turn 3. So even if you're killing them on turn 4 every single time, it's not going to make much of a difference. There's going to be a few fights that are interactive and with special rules, but for the most part, could be pretty good. So Scott we're going to kill on turn 4, and that's a big issue because he's going to do something against that. Like, he is going to kill Xocoy. That's the main issue that we have, but he has one turn to do so. Not all downside. It is not all downside. Because we attack on turn 2, and if he doesn't kill Xocoy, we win on the next turn. If he kills it, we lose. So we win. Turn 3. Like, a year break, like, so I'm learning what I can for new cards in PvE. Oh, there's a ton of new stuff for sure to learn. We're just trying to break things right now. Yeah, I think that ad is great. It's a great way to farm gold on a budget. Very efficient. It's not going to be like as consistent, but you're going to farm some very good gold, and you can even use it to level new characters as well. That's the cool part. Well, let's say I take any character right there, and just go and get that ad. So what did we need? We need triumvirate. Remove everything. It cannot be more budget than one card in the deck, right? So we go triumvirate. We go Adrian. And then we go Darad. And we save the deck, and that's it. One Xocoy, both equipment, 59 shards. This mercenary doesn't need to be upgraded. You kinda need Spirit of the Triumvirate though. And then you just do any fight, and you level a character pretty quickly. Oh great, that I just chose one of the fight that this deck cannot win against. Okay, so maybe that's not as good for leveling. It's not when you face Flock of Seagulls. Does he start with 1 in play? If he doesn't play 1 on turn 1... Oh yeah, we're good. He has 12 health, so... If he doesn't play 1 on his first turn, we're just going to run him over. Oh no, we're not! Yeah, this is not going to work at all. He's going to play 1 on turn 2, is he? Yeah, that's not going to work. Not a... Oh crap. Okay, okay, so that I picked a fighter random. I guess there's going to be a couple fights, yeah, you can't deal with, but I think Great Machine Graveyard is fairly within range for farming as a human ranger. Well, you don't need to be human ranger. What are party passive that you can get? I guess human cleric is best because you're going to get the health for... Yeah, I got human more. I don't have human cleric. Human ranger. Yeah, I guess you want to go human cleric, and you go with the tenant in the cleric tree that provides us with a starting health, instead of playing a ranger that adds a charge. So this is likely, best case scenario would be a level 15 human cleric. And then you put it in that ad, you go and you start with 30 health, just to make sure that on the second encounter in Great Machine Graveyard you don't die. You clearly, right now you're not dying, so it's not that big of a deal. So you can really just play any human and that works well. We've got it. So any max level human with that can farm Great Machine Graveyard with very good speed. You don't have 100% consistency, but that's okay. You're still only playing 1 Xocoy and you're still winning the game. So on turn 3, guaranteed-ish. So we're going to stop the stream there. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to upload this on YouTube and create some fuzz about the Dalad suggestion from Yazzie. I'm going to give you full credit, sir, because it was your idea. At least you mentioned it, and this is where we went. So yeah, really great. I think even though we've got 2 ways right now to reproduce the 1 koi deck. However, both ways are not guaranteed, 100% guaranteed kills, and they do open up the door for from an answer for your opponent. So it's okay. So there's 2 ways to farm gold with Xocoy still, and it's pretty good. So yeah, it was fun. Going to create proper entries in the adventures guide for them tomorrow. Going to publish that, so look for some nice fun on the forums. I may even record a video tomorrow night, maybe a proper video on it, just to give everyone a good idea of what kind of deck. If they want to run the same kind of strat, they can. It's just slightly different. And life go on. We're going to continue to find everything that is broken, make sure that the best strategies in PvE for farming golds are fair. That is my main goal, right? I want to showcase the best possible decks, and either 2 things will happen, right? If it's the best deck, first I'm going to be making it more visible to all players, giving credits to the creator. So that gives more credits to whoever creates the best decks, which is pretty cool. Get some recognition for PvE, which we don't really have right now. We don't have tournaments, we don't have leaderboards. So the only real way to, you know, give some spotlight and credits and get some, you know, attention to the good deck builders of PvE is by, you know, people making videos and giving them credit. So that's what I'm doing. So that's one of the first goal. The second goal is that, you know, if I publish something and it's really, really, really good, and maybe too good, like the Xocoy that I did, wasn't my idea, but you know, I published it and I helped making it more public, more known. What happened is that you don't have a small portion of players that are farming gold like crazy and have an unfair advantage over everyone else that doesn't know about the abusive strats. So creating the video, making it public, to me is a lot better for the game, because the newer player, they will know about the best strategy that gives a significant advantage over the other archetypes that are public. So they also will be able to generate the same kind of gold, or roughly the same kind of gold per hour as the farmers. It makes it for a more, you know, equitable space where the new player generates gold and it doesn't have, it roughly have the same value. The other advantage is that, well, the other goal that I have, some would not count that as an advantage, but is that by making these more public and people start using them more, it forces X Entertainment to react quicker. And if they need to react, it's because there's a problem. And if there's a problem, and by making the video, I incentivize them in fixing them quicker, then that's better for the game. So to me, making these videos, trying to find the best list and uploading them and getting them as much love as possible or as much visibility as possible is just all upside. There's downside if you know a good list and you're trying to hide it, then somehow I find it and I make it public, so you lose your advantage. But hey, I mean, some of these lists were my creations as well, but I mean, let's not kid ourselves. PvE has a level of complexity that is worlds beyond what PvP has to offer. It's way more complex. There's way more interaction, there's equipments, there's talent trees, there's mercenary passive. It's a world beyond PvP in terms of complexity, and you cannot assume that one player is going to find all the best combination all the time. And there's so many permutation, there's so many decks that you can try that are going to be equally efficient. That, you know, this is why I'm making this. I want to give visibility to the players that do find these great lists that we can use and farm gold, and at some point we're going to get an end game, hopefully, and that's going to be great. We're going to be showcasing the best decks to, you know, clear the raids, to build your keeps, best strategies, and make sure that all the new players have that information, because new players come into the game and they go straight into PvE, and it's really important that we give them tools to be efficient and to be great. So I have the best list. I don't have a doubt that you have some extremely good lists. To know if they're the best, you would need to share them, and you would need to have peer tested. It's like science, right? You get your peers testing it, and if they're able to get the same results as you, and now you get a credit. Also, you get a credit by publishing them, but if they're really the best and they give you an advantage, then you're not incentivized to share them, right? Because then you keep the advantage, and as long as you're only one to have it, then it is an advantage. So I mean, I've heard many people say that they had the best list, and sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It just takes a bunch of players. Oh, it's a joke about Trump. Okay, I have the best list. I don't get it, but then again, I'm not in the United States, so no kidding, Yazzie. I know you're one of the best deck builders for these optimized crazy lists, so I'm pretty sure that you have in the past and that you will be in the future bringing us one of the best, if not the best lists. So it's a question of time. And but yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? I'm not stealing any list. I'm just going in the forums. I'm looking at videos, and when I see something that seems to be great and very powerful and quick, I test it, and if it delivers, then I make a video and I just make sure that everyone has the tools to farm gold. Right now, that's the only thing we can do with PvE. We just farm gold. That's the... Besides fun, that's the purpose of PvE, is farming... Well, you could say if you're a collector, you want to collect all the rewards, but the purpose of PvE in the game right now is to get gold. And with the gold, you go into the auction house and you get whatever you need. Which would likely translate to PvP, like buying packs. That's the big selling point for new players. Like if you're a new player, you get into the game, if you have a good way to quickly get into farming gold, then you can translate your gold into packs and then you get into PvP. And this is where you transition a free-to-play player towards a paying player. That's what the game needs right now, and we'll see how XXentertainment does that. That's going to be a cool ride with them. I still love the game. I played non-stop PvE since months, since the game has been out. I'm not one to tire very quickly of things, even when there's no new things. But I know that a lot of people would tire way before me. But that's how I am. So I keep testing new lists. I keep making videos, and I like it. So in any case, we should have what the cycle for PvP sets is 4 months. That means next PvP set should be what, October? Early October. So preview season, spoiler season should start in like 2 or 3 weeks if they're on schedule. So we're not getting any PvE big patch update before set 8. I believe it's too late. Like, even if we have a 2-week notification, like they start tomorrow, the spoiler season for the big PvE patch, that's not going to happen, right? Oh, 4 months November? November 1st, okay. So that's well, maybe that leaves a bit more space to get a PvE patch then. Maybe we get something before set 8. But yeah. So yeah, I had in mind October, but yeah, that's early November. That gives us 2 more months, so we could technically get a preview season for the next big PvE patch, like this week, next week, get it out mid-end September, and still have time for a spoiler season for PvP. The thing is that if we've got a PvP release on November, early November, I doubt that we would get a big PvE release after that. So hopefully we'll get it before, but we'll see. We'll see. So, signing off for real right now. We'll continue that discussion later, but wish you guys a great night and see you again soon. Bye.